What is up, fellow Pyro Fanatics? It's Pimp Daddy 28 here, and today I'm going to show you guys my first official stash update for my 2021 4th of July fireworks stash. Now, I know this is kind of a bit of a weird video just because usually my first stash update includes items that I picked up from WF Boom. But instead, this year, I'm starting off with American Fireworks, and as you see here, I made a pretty big order with them this year, way more so than I usually do. And the reason for that is I'm not going to be making a humongous order, really not even that much of a big of an order with WF Boom this year, just because they didn't have the early bird case discount structure going on this year. It's pretty much like the standard discount structure where you have to reach the $10,000 limit in order to get the 40% discount. And unless you're in a pretty big group buy, it's not exactly much of a point to shop wholesale at WF Boom this year if your budget is below a certain mark, unless you can get in on a group buy, of course. So more than likely, I'll probably resume making my usual big orders from WF Boom next year. And then I'll see what I can pick up this year, whether it be maybe a case or two of something or just mainly retail stuff. So, as I mentioned before, made my first order of the year with American Fireworks. Went to their demo last night, picked up my order, and it's pretty much what you see in front of me here. I am going to be going back down there maybe later on this week to pick up a few more items here and there, but I'll make a video on that whenever I end up getting those items. It'll definitely be a much smaller stash update than this, but it'll be kind of tied in with this order that you see in the front over here. All right, so before I get going and show you guys what I picked up, I'm not going to be reading off the descriptions to you guys like I usually do. I don't want this video to go longer than it has to. I started last year doing individual demo previews or demo intros for all my cakes and shells and whatnot, and I describe or I read off the performance description and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my camera over the description. You guys could pause, read it over, and then that'll be pretty much it. But if later on when I do the demo intros for each of these items, I'll read off the performance description then. All right, so we'll start off on the left over here. We got Aggression by Raccoon Fireworks. This is a 200-gram cake. It doesn't say the number of shots over here. I'm pretty sure it says it somewhere. Here we go. Gosh, it doesn't even say a number of shots here. Okay, we got 25 shots. This is a 25-shot cake. I'll let you guys read off the performance over here. All right. Next, we got another 200-gram cake by Raccoon Fireworks called Joker. Very nice artwork on this cake. The number of shots is 20. And the performance description is at the bottom over here. Okay. All right, next we got Color Storm by Raccoon Fireworks. This is also a 200-gram cake, 19 shots, and the performance is at the bottom right here. Trying to get this organized here so it doesn't fall over. All right, next we got a 500-gram cake here by Raccoon Fireworks. This is called Color Rage. The performance description is at the top over here, and I believe the number of shots will be mentioned on the side over here. We got 30 shots. All right, so this is a 30-shot 500-gram cake. All right, next we got another 500-gram cake called Boom. This is not Bo-um. It's actually one word. They just separated it for some reason. And it's a 30-shot cake. It's by Brothers. And the performance description is right here. All right, just pause the video if you guys want to read it off to yourselves. All right, down here I got a whole case of 500-gram cakes called Galactic Empire by Raccoon Fireworks. This is an amazing cake from the videos I've seen of it, the demo videos I've seen. Awesome cake. I highly recommend you get this cake, even though I haven't demoed it myself yet. It just looked absolutely amazing to me so much that I definitely had to get a case of it. So the performance description is on the side over here, and it's 21 shots, and you guys could read off the other stuff to yourselves as well. Okay. Alright, so up here, back to the 200-gram cake section, we got the Backyard Perfection by Dominator Fireworks. It's a 19-shot cake, and the performance is at the bottom over here. Alright, down here we got a classic by Brothers Fireworks. It's called Wild West, 25-shot cake. And the performance is around here somewhere. Alright, it's over here. Alright, next we got another 200-gram cake called Pirate Captain by Raccoon Fireworks. And the performance, I believe, is on the side over here. And this is a 21-shot cake. By the way, Raccoon's got like a nice new design over here to pretty much tell you the effects and all the, stuff. And there's pictures of the effects as well. I'm guessing this is kind of new for them this year, unless they've done it last year and I just didn't pay attention. All right, next we got another 200-gram cake called Peeps Pick by Brothers. It's a 35-shot cake. All right, there's a performance. You guys should be able to read it. All right, next we got another 200-gram cake called Miles of Smiles. This is by Raccoon, I believe. I know it says Raccoon because it has the RA label on here. All right, so here's the performance description. And this is a 13-shot cake. And if you guys want to check out a video of it, you can use the scanner, barcode scanners over here to check it out on the Raccoon website. All right, next we got a 500-gram cake called Bombshell by Brothers Fireworks. It's a 49-shot cake, and this is part of the Marilyn Monroe series. I think there's like 4 different cakes that come in that assorted shell kit. I know that because I received a box. The box that they packaged some of my stuff in came in the official Bombshell case. I'll show it to you guys in a sec here. Alright, so I kind of was wrong. It wasn't an assorted shell kit, or assorted 500-gram cake case, should I say. It's actually a case of the Bombshell itself. I know they have other Marilyn Monroe cakes. I'm guessing they separated them rather than put them all in one assorted case. But yeah, so this is what the box looks like. It's a pretty good box, so definitely a nice collector's item for Marilyn Monroe fans out there. Alright, so here's the performance description for the cake, and you could just pause the video. Alright, so next we got a whole case of 500-gram cakes by Raccoon Fireworks. It's called Willow Combustion. Now, I don't want you guys to confuse this with another 500-gram cake by Raccoon called Willow Explosion. They do have several 500-gram cakes that begin with the word willow, and they have like their own secondary word afterwards, or a different secondary word afterwards. Basically, it's got some nice willows, similar to like a nishiki effect, as Raccoon is obviously famous for with their shells and a whole bunch of their other cakes as well. Alright, so here's the performance. As you see here, some nishiki willows with teal, grass green, and peach stars. So it's got nishiki willows. And this is a 9-shot cake as well, if I forgot to mention that. Alright, so moving on here, I'm going to get to the shell kits at the end. I'll just put that off at the end for now, and I'll stick with the cakes first. I'll finish these cakes first before I get to the shell kits. Alright, so over here we got a 200-gram cake. Officially it's labeled as a 200-gram cake. You could probably classify it more as a 350. But it's called Rhapsody by Brothers. It's a 14-shot cake. And the performance description is on the left over here. You can just pause the video to read it. Alright, so At the top over here, going back to the regular 200-gram cakes, we got XOXO with all the kisses and whatnot by World Class. And I can't see how many shots it is. It's probably on the side here somewhere. Alright, so this is a 19-shot cake. The performance description is right there, and you got all the other descriptions as well. I'll rotate it here for you guys so you can read it. Alright, next we got TMI by Magnus. This is a 200-gram cake, 25 shots, and the performance description is on the right over here. There's the description, and here are the photos of the effects. Alright. Next, we got another 200-gram cake called Monkey Business by Raccoon Fireworks. Boy, he loves that. He loves that Mary Jane, doesn't he? It's probably why he looks green. And 420 just passed us too. I forgot about that. All right. See if I can find the effect description. It's not on the side over here. Alright, so the effect description is on the left at the bottom over here. Just pause the video if you guys want to read it. And it is a 24-shot cake. I don't know why they don't have the number of shots listed on the face of the cake itself. It's always on the description side, or side where they show the performance. Anyways, next we got a 200-gram cake by Pyro Planet called Neon Carrot, one of their many 200-gram neon cakes. And the performance description is over here on the left. Alright, so we got the performance right there, and you can also read the other info as well by just pausing the video. Alright, next here we got a 500-gram cake called Willow King by Raccoon Fireworks. It's a 7-shot cake, and I guess you could probably call this a Nishiki Willow version of the Honey Badger Don't Care. It's got the same power, same number of shots. That cake's by Willow Class, obviously, but instead of color and whatever effect that cake had, this one has Nishiki Willows, and it's got the same level of power. And here's the performance description. It's Willow King with blue and teal stars. So it's not a Nishiki Willow, it's just a Willow effect cake, but still a very nice cake. All right, at the bottom here, we got another 500-gram cake by Raccoon Fireworks called Fishtails. Nice artwork. And the performance description here, you could just pause the video. Number of shots is 16, so it's a 16-shot cake. All right, next we got another assortment of 500-gram cakes. This is actually the Elvis Assortment. I'll show you guys real quick the box that this assortment came in. All right, so here's the box that has had the assortment. You get 4 different 500-gram cakes, obviously, and it's a very, very awesome looking assortment. It's not your typical box, round 1.4 box that you see with your average 500-gram cake that you buy by the case. Definitely looks awesome. I plan to keep this box just because it just looks cool, and it might be a collector's item one day. Our Brothers obviously always makes some pretty unique and awesome assorted cases. They also have the Marilyn Monroe cakes as well. They don't have them assorted, at least I don't think so, but they do have unique boxes for each of those cakes as well. Alright, so here's each of these cakes. They're all 4 different cakes. They're not close to each other. I think the number of shots is the only similar thing about these cakes, but they're pretty much different. All 4 of them, that is. We got the Elvis Presley, Come On Everybody. Got the Elvis Presley, Hey Hey Hey. Got the Elvis Presley, That's All Right. And the Elvis Presley, Starting Tonight. I'm sorry for the southern accent. I know I probably butchered it, but anyways. So these are probably quotes from his songs and whatnot. As I mentioned before, all of these cakes have 36 shots. I'll try to kind of show you guys the performance description real quick of each of these cakes. All right, so here's the performance for Come On Everybody. And here's the performance for Hey Hey Hey. And here's the performance for That's All Right. And here's the performance for Starting Tonight. All right, so that's the assorted Elvis case, 500-gram cakes. All right, back up here, we got more 200-gram cakes. We got another classic by Brothers. We got Silver Screen, 35-shot cake. All right, so here's the performance description. Just pause the video. All right, next we got Neon Green by Magnus, 200-gram cake, 10 shots. All right, so here's the performance of this cake, as well as the description of it. And some photos as well. All right, next we got a 200-gram cake called Nano Tech. And this is a cake by Machine Made Pyro, or Machine Made Fireworks. Never really heard of this brand too much. I don't know if it's a new brand. It may be a new brand. They didn't have too many machine-made fireworks items over there. But this one caught my eye from the demo video that I saw. And here's the performance description, and it's a 19-shot cake. All right, next we got a 500-gram cake called Midnight Howling by Magnus Fireworks, 35 shots. And the performance is on the side over here. I'll have to move it. All right, so you get pictures of the effects themselves. And here is the performance description. I'll try to keep it still so the focus is good so you guys could read it. All right, next we got another 500-gram cake called Shabang by Tiger Tooth Fireworks. Also, this is a new brand that I think American Fireworks is carrying this year, but there isn't too many items under this brand. I think they're just carrying some items from this brand and the Machine-Made Fireworks brand, just to kind of fill out inventory, because they are selling out a lot every few weeks, so they're kind of bringing in whatever they can. And I think a cake like this one, Shabang by Tiger Tooth, is something to kind of fill up the inventory while they're bringing in more product. So this one definitely caught my eye, not just because it's a different brand I've never seen before, but the video is pretty decent of it. Here's the performance description. And it is a 16-shot cake. If I have not mentioned that before, I do apologize. All right, next we got a case of 500-gram cakes called Spotlight by Bright Star. Definitely caught my eye when I saw a demo video of this cake. And the performance description is on the back over here. Just pause the video if you want to see it. And this is a 9-shot cake. All right, so that's it for the cakes. Now we'll move on to the canister shells. We'll start on the left over here. We got the Elvis Presley It's Now or Never signature product, or should I say signature Elvis Presley product. And this is by Brothers. You get 24 neon canister shells. I'm not going to really go into the shells and the effects and whatnot right now. I'll do that when I do a demo intro for these shells specifically. All right, down here we got another canister shell kit by Raccoon Fireworks. This is called King Dragon 6-inch canister shells. And this is the first ever 6-inch canister shell that I personally have ever purchased. There are quite a few of those out there already. From my understanding, 6-inch really doesn't make much of a difference compared to the 5-inch. 60 gram is still 60 gram. That's still the limit. So I don't know why, some companies are going to 6-inch. It just makes the cost a little bit more. But, I figured I'd give these a try. Might as well, 6-inch just hit my neck of the woods. I have to pick it up and include it in my canister shell comparison. That's just how it is. All right, up here, I also picked up some ball shells, legit ball shells. We got these cutting edge Liberty artillery shells. Haven't really seen a video of this, but I did at the store, American Fireworks store, me and Airplane Kid 951, aka Just Plain Pyro, were kind of checking these shells out to see if they were real. He kind of pressed real hard on them, and they were, in fact, or at least they felt like real ball shells. So I probably will do another one of those tribute demos to the ball shell, and I will probably include these shells, as well as do an individual demo of these shells as well. And you get 12 assorted effects, by the way, in this shell kit. Also picked up another box of these app balls by Magnus. I've picked these up every year the last few years. These are pretty solid ball shells. You can't go wrong with these shells. Hopefully they're still ball shells. I didn't really check these, although I probably should have. But I'm going to assume, you know, if they were real the last 2 years, I'm pretty sure they'll keep it real for a third year. All right, next we got Ultimate Power by Winda Fireworks. You get 12 shells. Now, these shells were recommended to me by Just Plain Pyro. He actually bought these shells last year. Told me that they were very, very good. They kind of have a long neck, as you see here. It's not like your average ball shell. It's a little bit bigger. And he told me these performed very, very well. So I definitely can't wait to see how these shells look like. And they got a pretty sweet box as well to it, as Winda always does. All right, down here we got another canister shell kit by Raccoon Fireworks. Mother of all fireworks. You get 24 canister shells, regular average 60-gram canister shell. I think these are like 4-inch shells, regular 4-inch shells. But anything by Raccoon is usually very, very good, and I can't wait to see how they perform. All right, up here we got a item that I picked up a long time ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, except that that item that I picked up was not a 5-inch shell. It was a 4-inch version of it. We got Echo in the Ear by Winda. Obviously, this is a classic, and obviously they just made the 5-inch version of this like a few years ago. I'm pretty sure it's like a 6-pack version of the, gosh, what's the name of those shells? G-Force by Winda. I assume this is pretty much like a 6-pack version of that, because those shells are really good shells from what I've seen of them. All right, we got a box of future Rama artillery ball shells by Raccoon Fireworks. You get 12 of these shells. I picked up a box of these last year, and they were also very, very good shells. Definitely recommend them if you're looking for real, aka legit ball shells. Down here, we got another box of canister shells. These are Ghost-tacular 5-inch max load ultimate ghost canister shell. Again, if I didn't mention before, it's by Raccoon. Definitely can't wait to see how these perform. As you see, I got quite a few Raccoon canister shells that will be in my comparison demo this year. All right, and over here, we got a Brothers canister shell kit called Pack and Heat. 24 6-inch double break canister shells. Now these are double break shells, I believe. I can't see great. I closed off the windows to the shells themselves, so I can't really see them. I saw videos of these shells, and they looked pretty cool, and definitely can't wait to see what they look like in person. We'll definitely include them in the canister shell comparison, even though it's a double break canister. And last, but certainly not least, finally, couldn't get them last year because they weren't around in my neck of the woods last year, but they finally made it to my neck of the woods this year. This is why 2021 is so much better than 2020. We got the Excalibur Platinum 5-inch canister shells. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, hey, Pip Daddy, I don't see the regular Excals in your stash anywhere. That's really because American Fireworks hasn't really brought those shells in yet. They told me they will, and they will also be bringing in Growler. And you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be getting both of those canister shell kits as well. So it's going to be definitely a fun year for my canister shell comparison this year. And I kind of really wanted to outdo myself, you know, after last year. Last year was amazing. And obviously, in order to top that, I got to try to find the best of the best. And Excalibur Platinum, and obviously other shells like Growler, which is also another really good shell. It's going to be a fun year. That's all I'll say. All right, so that's pretty much it from this first stash update. I did mention before that I am going to be going back to American Fireworks probably sometime later in the week, next week, to pick up a few things here and there, maybe another shell kit or two. We'll be getting whenever the growlers or the regular Excals come in, probably getting a box of those as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, let me pause the video for 1 sec. There's something off. There we go. That silver screen cake was over there. It's supposed to be on top there. That way the picture looks perfect. You guys know how I love to be organized. Anyways. All right, so once again, my first stash update for 2021, and it is a big one. I'm going to try to pick up some older items in about within the next month or so as well. Those I'll probably do a video on. Not all of them, as you might know. There's a reason why I'm not going to do that, but some of them I do want to do videos on, so I could show you guys what I'm going to be adding to my collection. I'm also going to be doing a video on a few items that close friend of mine, goes by the YouTube name of Pyro USA, gave me some couple of nice items, including a vintage item I really want to show you guys, but I don't want to show it to you in like a regular any old video. It belongs in its own video, and I will show it to you guys hopefully within the next few videos that I post. All right, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the stash update, and I will see you guys next time.